Hey there guys, it's IzDaisho. Day 3 of living day to day on Hearthstone drafts. It's brutal. Every day, if I don't win my draft, lose 150 gold, have to play the quest the next day. It's awful. It's just awful. I don't know, sorry about that. I really apologize. Anyway, yeah, I mean I keep going like 6 in 3 or something like that, so it's just like just not good enough to win. Alright, of these I just played Paladin like 2 drafts ago, so I'll go with Warrior. Rogue, I played like 3 drafts ago, and that one sucks. So, I'm gonna go with Warrior. I think I've played Warrior the most. Actually, I don't really know which is considered better, Big Game Hunter or Blood Knight. I just am not a fan of Big Game Hunter at all. I mean, I think its stats are terrible. Having 2 toughness in this game means that it can trade with a 1-drop. And its battle cry isn't effective until obviously very late in the game, and you'll want to have cast it by then. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Blood Knight. But one thing that I just wanted to mention that is really interesting is that the epics are actually pretty bad. I mean, if you don't get an in-color epic, then chances are it's gonna suck, and it's really strange. I don't know why they made it that way. Inner Rage is cute because it's a really nice combo card, but Arathi Weaponsmith is just one of the best cards in this deck. I mean, when you just... Okay, so you equip a 2/2 weapon, which could reasonably kill 2 things, and this guy has a 3/3 body, so he's a little bit undercosted, or overcosted, since a 3/3 body you usually expect on a 3-drop, plus you get an effect, but it's still a very, very powerful card. And you get weapons, and the more weapons you get, the better. So, not a big fan of Corehound. River Crocolisk, I'm not a huge fan of, but it is a 2 mana play, and you can like start taking control of the board early. You can take the Mad Bomber. I like it over Murloc Tidehunter as a better 2-drop. Yeah, I could really go with any of these 3, but I think I'm going to go with the Cruel Taskmaster. Hopefully pick up Raging Worgens. Amani Berserkers too, but mostly Raging Worgen. Fiery War Axe is amazing. Silence is good, but yeah, not really sure about this pick. Probably going to be the Bluegill Warrior. I mean, these like small charge creatures can be used as like pseudo removal, so I don't know. It's pretty good if you can like coin into a 3/2 on turn 1, and then they play 3/2, and then instead of just trading your 3/2s, you can just play this and trade with that, and then you still get some power on the board, and you get to attack them. It's nice. Elven Archer's fine, and then Heroic Strike. I mean, this card is kind of it's like okay if you don't have a weapon. But if you do have a weapon, then it's pretty terrible, unless you're trying to kill them, in which it's still okay. But I think Bluegill Warrior is just a little bit more powerful overall. Shieldmaster's okay, but I mean, I'm going to take the Arcanite Reaper here. I do have to like start worrying a little bit, since I already have 3 weapons, and I mean, there is a limit, an upper limit of how many weapons you want. So Sun Fury Protector or Young Priestess. I think I'm going to go with Young Priestess just because it's so hard to find good 1-drops, and this is actually one of them, so... Sun Fury Protector is not great, I don't think. Obviously, Secret Keeper's not going to be a thing. And, yeah, looks like... it's hard to tell, Big Game Hunter or Mountain Giant. I'm really not a fan of Mountain Giant. This is, like, in my opinion, the worst one, unless you're playing Warlock, because it's so hard to cast. I'm going to go with Big Game Hunter. I hope that wasn't a huge mistake. Alright, so, Taurian Warrior kind of sucks, even though it has Enrage, and like I am playing the Cruel Taskmaster deck. On the other hand, Silver Moon Guardian's a pretty decent card, so take that. Imp Master over Cobra, I think. It's pretty fair. And the Amani Berserker. Warsong Commander is just one of the best cards in Warrior. I mean, when you look at the classes often enough, you can see one card that really sticks out. Like for Shaman, it's probably Fire Elemental, and then Priest is Mind Control, and Mage is Flame Strike. Warsong Commander, in my opinion, is Warrior's card that really sticks out, and it's just that powerful. As I said, I'm a little bit worried about getting too many weapons, but not worried enough, I guess. Whirlwind is not a great card, so I'm going to take my second Bluegill Warrior, and both of these 2 cards are terrible, so I'll take my third Arcanite Reaper, which is probably too many. But the more Arcanite Reapers I have, the more Bloodcell Raiders I want, so... Harvest Golem is probably the best card in this pack. I gotta start looking at my curve. I mean, I have 3 Arcanite Reapers, but I don't really have much of a top end, and I don't even have too many 4s, so I want to try and find those, but it's not going to work for this kind of pack. Alright, interesting pack. Armorsmith is okay. I've seen it do some work, but generally gaining armor is not that, or gaining life in any game is just not that important, and it's a 1/4, which is not a great body. Arcane Golem I've seen be okay, but I think I'm actually just going to take the Mortal Strike. It's like, it's removal. I mean, it's not great removal, obviously, since for 4 damage you expect to pay like 3 mana at the most, but I mean, you can deal some damage late game. I don't know, it's just, it's a decent card. I'm going to take Scarlet Crusader, as it being by far the best card in the pack. So I'm not going to take the 4th Arcanite Reaper. Silvermoon Guardian's a pretty good option instead. I don't like having too many Mad Bombers. I mean, I don't even like playing more than 1 Mad Bomber, so interesting. So Arathi Weaponsmith is obviously the better card, but as I said, I mean, I already have a Fire War Axe, another Arathi Weaponsmith, and 3 Arcanite Reapers, so I might have too many of those, and I think I'm just going to take this Rocketeer, which is also pretty interesting because then when you look at the deck, I have 3 Arcanite Reapers, a Mortal Strike, a Fiery War Axe, which are all like charge, and then this guy has charge too, so I can get like a lot of surprise damage, which means that I can sort of change my gameplay a little bit so that I'm not just I'm not just trying to control the board. If I can take my opponent down to like 3, even if I don't have any gas in hand, then that's actually somewhat reasonable because then I can kill them in a bunch of different ways. But now I'm just going to go ahead and look. I don't really think that I have almost nothing for this Youthful Brewmaster. It's still fine as a 3/2, but I want to fill out my curve a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead with one of those. I have no spells. I have like 1 spell, so Violet Teacher is not going to be as good as Arathi or Master Swordsmith or Young Priestess. I think Master Swordsmith here. Interesting. I do like Commanding Shout, but I don't have any Raging Organs, which really is annoying. I think we're just going to go with Knife Juggler as the safer pick. More powerful more of the time. None of these are great, so I'll take the biggest one. This is a tough choice. I think I'm just going to go with Warstone Commander, even though I am definitely lacking in higher drops. Warstone Commander is just too powerful. Take a Chron Elite here, past the 5th Arcanite Reaper. And then the last card we can pick up an Azure Drake just as a good body in a card, and it draws a card. I have 1 spell, but alright, I think this deck is actually pretty good. I was saying that I didn't want too many weapons, but the fact that I got a lot of weapons is also very good. I love weapons. They're definitely one of my favorite things. And, I mean, the last draft that I played, no, a couple of drafts ago that I played with Warrior, I had around this many, maybe 1 more weapon. And it was a really fun deck. I mean, the only times that I lost was when I was playing against a mage who like burned me out because I had taken so much damage from killing all of his creatures. But okay, so we don't want our 6 drops in our opening hand. We definitely want them in the deck, but not right away. But Young Priestess should be pretty good. My opponent doesn't have a good way of dealing 1 damage, so yeah, it should be nice. But then again, I might have a good way of dealing 1 damage with a Mad Bomber. So this is just one reason why I'm not a huge fan of Mad Bomber. But he's probably not, like, he has to have an Arcane Shot if he wants to deal with this right now. I guess he could like coin into a Mad Bomber of his own, but Timberwolf, interesting. I'm gonna play a River Crocolisk here, and I'm just gonna attack him. Don't think I really want to trade these two, because chances are he's going to, and if not, then I'll be able to just attack there. So if he does trade these two, then I can actually get my Mad Bomber out though, which is nice. But double Arcanite Reaper in hand is a little bit brutal. I think that 3 is definitely the upper limit on how many of those you want. So basically by not attacking his creature there, I was not really playing into anything, and I also got an extra toughness on this and 2 damage on him, so that was nice. I think I may as well save the Blood Knight here. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I may as well save the Blood Knight here just in case he's got like a Scarlet Crusader or a Silvermoon Guardian. So I'll probably play it next turn if I don't have another play, But the only thing that I lose by doing that is, I guess, the 2 armor, and then this gives me another chance to play around that kind of thing. And now, I mean, just a random side effect is, well, he's got 1 more mana. Flare, interesting. Okay, another random side effect of that is that I get to trade my 3-2 with his 3-3 instead of my 3-3, which is just about the same, but a little bit better for me. And actually, I'm just going to play this Harvest Golem instead. But I did lose the 2 armor because in the past 2 turns I left 1 crystal up, so I could have made it so that I would have left 0 crystals up both times by armoring up here. But yeah, next turn I'm going to get to start the Arcanite Reaper train, which is really nice. I mean, when you look at the board, if my opponent doesn't gain life or play any taunt, this is 20 damage. It's not going to end up that way, but it's still pretty good. So obviously that would be a good play if I didn't just have an Arcanite Reaper here. And now I just have significant board control. There are definitely things that he can do to get out of this kind of situation, but it's already looking like a pretty good game for me. And I'm still at 25, so I don't have to worry about that. But I do want to start armoring up, especially when I'm playing against a Rexar who has big creatures and has steady shot, so like he can finish me off pretty quickly. I mean, exactly. I'm going to be going down to like 18 if I don't gain any life here. See, I can't kill him, right? So I get in for 5, 9, no, okay. So yeah, we're just going to do this. This is when you get to like 12 or less, okay. That and this, and then attack him. And all my creatures are 2/3s, which is pretty interesting, but I think... Oh no, I don't have the kill because I don't have an Arcanite Reaper out. So 6, I can hit him for 11, and this would only be 15 anyway, so... Do not have the kill, but Arcanite Reaper is pretty sweet. And I can Arcanite Reaper and armor up next turn, so that's pretty good.
I wonder.
I am the blade of the goddess.
Okay, that's pretty good for him. Warstone Commander is also pretty good here. But I think I do want to take this damage before I armor up. It doesn't really matter, I guess, but... Warstone Commander is also really good with Harvest Golem, since it basically means that if you attack into something, then you still get the 2 damage to go through. But 6, 11, 15. So he's dead next turn if he doesn't play a taunt or gain more life, which he's been gaining. He's gained life or played a taunt every time he's played a card, I think. I think he played the 3/3 that restored 3 health, and then he played a 3/3 taunt, and then he played that 6 drop. Maybe he played something in between. I don't remember. Imp Master is not going to do anything. And just Steady Shot. Bloodfin Raptor. And River Crocolisk. So let's just count this again. 6, 11, 15. This will do 4 damage, so. I mean, he made a decent board that I would have had to deal with, but I think I actually would have been very okay. Like, just kill that, Harvest Golem that. I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't have been great, but... and then still have the Warstone Commander. That was a pretty good win. Made this deck look pretty nice. Arcanite Reaper is a really powerful card, but I mean, my opponent didn't play anything that gigantic that I couldn't just kill with an Arcanite Reaper pretty easily, and he wasn't off to an aggressive start. If he was, and I would have been taking way too much damage early on. But it was still a pretty nice game, I think. Alright, playing against Uther. Not my greatest matchup, I don't think. Honestly, I think I just keep this. Maybe not the Silvermoon Guardian. Maybe I should have tossed back a Bluegill Warrior as well. But yeah, hopefully he does something on turn 1. That'd be ideal. But I think I might just not do anything on turn 1. Or yeah, not do anything on turn 1 because none of these things are really plays that I want to do early. Could just play a Bluegill Warrior here, just to get in for like 4 damage, and trade for... Okay, no, this is fine, because I can do this, And I could just like fire a War Axe and then attack one of his 1/1s, because he's probably going to just make a 1/1 here because he doesn't want to just trade for my Bluegill Warrior. Or he's just going to have a Mad Bomber. Alright, that's fine. That'll happen, but still not the end of the world. It was definitely a good play on his part. He just got a 2-for-1 off that. But, I mean, I guess it's not really a 2-for-1 when it's only trading for half of the durability, or like 1 durability out of 2 on my weapon, so I'm not like so far behind or anything like that. He's probably just gonna okay. So yeah, got my value back, I guess. And perfect. I did not want to play the Scarlet Crusader into this board, so very good. And we're pretty much even on cards. I mean, that 1/1 is a little bit of a bonus for him, but 1/1s, I mean, I guess against my hand 1/1s are pretty good generally, but right here, or generally they're not that good. Man, I did not say that correctly. 1/1 right here is not very good against my board, but generally it should be pretty good. So that kind of looks good on this board, but I have a Kron Elite. Now then again, yeah, it's just not very good against this board. I mean, it's not very bad against this board either, because Kron's just going to basically trade for a 2-drop. So, I mean, he just used his mana last turn to trade for my 4-drop, so it's basically like Amani Berserker. Like, if Amani Berserker had just been a 4-drop and he didn't get to summon a Silverhand recruit, then the same thing would have happened because my Kron would have just traded for the 4-drop. So, it's not like I'm really losing any advantage that way, and now we're basically even on cards. Except I have an Arcanite Reaper in hand. Ooh, that's a pretty good one for him. He just trades for my Harvest Golem here. Fortunately, I do have an Imp Master, which should be pretty good. Blood Knight, sure. That's actually reasonable against his deck. So, chances are he's going to eat this thing, and then next turn I'm going to be able to Imp it, and then eat the other thing with my my Imp Master, maybe? Maybe I should have just played Scarlet Crusader on this board. The reason why I didn't is because I figured that I can just trade the Imp for the front side of the Harvest Golem. So I thought that would be a pretty reasonable play. I mean, that attack is very, very clear. Very clearly his best option.
X marks the spot.
Okay. That I can just take out with my Arcanite Reaper. If I do want to play that next turn.
Need a blessing?
Ooh, that could be bad for me. And Divine Shield. So that's very good for me, obviously. But, okay, so we have our work cut out for us. Because I really want to play... Alright, that's actually pretty reasonably good. Okay, so that's a very good draw, too. So, I'm going to start with a Blood Knight. Maybe. Actually, yeah, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Blood Knight. Then I'm going to trade there. And then I'm going to go with one of these guys. Attack into that, and then do this. So my Imp Master is going to die next turn, but it got me some value. It helped in a trade, and it made another guy who helped in a trade, so it ended up with like 3 power, which is okay. Though it's just going to get eaten by that. But if by some miracle my opponent lets this thing survive, then I can Darkscale Healer it, but oh wow, it actually might. Yeah, that's awesome for me. Especially since I can, yeah, this is just very good for me that he didn't do anything. So I'm gonna obviously make this attack first, so that I can heal back up, and then gonna armor up. Oh, wow, I still have an attack on this thing. That would have been bad. I guess, yeah, I'll take out this 2-1. I lose my Imp Master here, but it definitely did work. I guess I could have taken out a 1/1, since then I might have been able to kill 2 things with it. That probably would have been smarter. And I probably should have killed the Acolyte of Pain too, instead of the Harvest Golem. But still doing okay. He's just going to get some extra value off of that Acolyte of Pain. He's going to get a 2-for-1 off of it. But I already got a 2-for-1 just by playing the Blood Knight. Because it's a 6/6 and it just destroyed his card that gave his creature Divine Shield. Alright, that's not an issue. Chances are I just freeze that thing next turn. Let's see, we have 10, we can attack him for 15. What is he doing? Wow. Okay. So I think just this, and then we'll attack him. I'm not sure if that's a bad play or not. I guess if I had attacked his Silverhand Recruit, then I could have played the Young Priestess. I don't know how good of a play that is, anyway. I guess he attacked this thing with a 2/1/1 so that he could finish it off with the 4/6 next turn. Oh my god, why did I not just kill that thing? That was just an awful play.
Not on my watch.
Alright, well at least I have an Arcanite Reaper to kill it, but he's going to be able to just eat my 5/5. Which sucks, but let's see. We do have 15 power on board, but not going to be worth it. Oh, that's a great draw. Alright, so here's the play. Arcanite Reaper, charge into that. Kill that trade there. Eat that. And reinforce. Not reinforce, armor up. He's got reinforce. So yeah, I made a couple of misplays in the past 2 turns, which really cost me, but at the same time I'm still in a pretty decent position here. Hammer of Wrath would be like the best draw for him. I lied. It was Ragnaros. If he kills my 7/3, then I'm probably just gonna lose. Nah, actually that's not true. Okay. That's actually better for him. Or it's the same amount of goodness. Alright, first we're going to start off by drawing a card. Silverman Guardian. Alright, is there any way we just avoid Ragnaros? I think I can, actually. So we hit him for 12 and then play more power. I don't think that am I going to win a game where I just hit... actually, no, that's wrong. I'm doing okay here. Even getting getting sort of 2-for-1 here is still actually okay. Just because, I mean, I have a better board anyway, and I still have, like, even cards. Still have 17 life. I could have tried to go for the win there, but it's just so risky. There's so many things that could stop me in that kind of position, and it's just not worth trying. Well, that's just a 4-2. And he's got a secret, which is probably a noble sacrifice. So, first I'm going to attack... actually, yeah, first I'm going to do this. It's almost always a noble sacrifice. It's like so easy to play around these things. But now I can just do this, go for this, pick off all 3 of his guys. Oh no, but we got 2 of them, so that's really great. And now I can finally play my Young Priestess because there is not a 1/1 on board. Oh wow, that's actually great for me because now a soldier can't trade for the other half of it, so that's really good. But yeah, I think I did make the right play by just murdering the Ragnaros, even though it got like a 3-for-1. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, could be worse.
Reporting for duty.
Not sure which 2 creatures I want to trade. Damn. Alright, so definitely the Divine Shield here. Probably just this thing. This really sucks that that I'm at 1 higher life than I need to be from Mortal Strike to be valuable. I hope I didn't armor up before I attacked into Ragnaros, because that would have just been an error. Oh, wow. Good draw, bro. Okay. That could have been a lot worse, actually, because it got me down to 12, so my Mortal Strike is live now. But it did kill my my little guy. So we have 9-15 in hand. That sucks. But I do have a ton of charge, as I was saying earlier, so there's a good chance that I can just kill him here. I'm probably just going to attack him in the face just so that I can. Ugh. That's so good for him. Yeah, I'm probably actually just going to kill that now that I think about it. I don't even have like a Swamp Ooze or anything in this deck. Oh, yeah, of course he's going to attack into that one. Ooh, Arcanite Reaper. This is going to be 11, yeah. And we can cast all of it, so managed to pull that game out. We didn't even need the powerful Mortal Strike, but that was a good one. That was a really well played game. My opponent played 2 cards that were better than any cards in my deck, Avenging Wrath and Ragnaros, but still managed to win. I mean, weapons are really, really powerful, and I don't know, if you're not using them, you need to go check them out. But anyway, I guess I could have drawn Big Game Hunter. That would have been a sweet top deck for his Ragnaros. It would have been, especially because in this game you can see which card your opponent top decks because the order of your hands doesn't move. And it's just so funny to see, like, alright, I'm in an awesome position, my opponent can't do anything, and then he just top decks something like a Big Game Hunter to take care of it, and you're just like, no! Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll be back with some more videos in a minute. Have a wonderful day. Bye.